We appreciate you watching ABC 24 Eyewitness News Midday. Of course, the economy is a big topic of conversation as we head into a new year and a new presidential administration. Joining us today to give us some insight on this is Congressman Marsha Blackburn. Stopped by the studio for a few minutes to talk to us about the economy and what's going to be happening. Good morning, and thanks so much for being here.
Glad to be with you.
First of all, I would imagine that you're hearing a lot of things from your constituents. What kinds of things are they saying?
Our constituents are in close touch with us through email, calling our offices, and everybody is very concerned about the economy and what they see happening or not happening in the economy. And of course, we have great dialogue going on with builders and developers and bankers and mortgage lenders and small business people and those that are in agriculture and are looking for exporting crops. So we're staying in close touch with them. Everybody continues to say, you can't spend your way out of this economic situation. There are some changes that need to take place, but please, let's be very, very careful about looking at any additional government spending that is just going to be adding to the deficit and adding to the debt. And everybody continues to remind us, especially our small business people, the best economic stimulus is a job. And our focus should be jobs creation. And that is why some of us have proposed bills and legislation that would put the focus on jobs creation rather than on temporary spending.
President Obama has talked about creating millions of jobs in his first year, I guess, in the presidency. He's also talking about an economic stimulus package. What are your thoughts on his proposals at this point?
Yeah, you know, when you look at our debt, that's where you have to start with the discussion. $10.7 trillion is our current debt. Our deficit for this year is over $1 trillion. Now, Plan A was the Paulson plan. That was over $1 trillion. That didn't work. I voted no on that. The President Obama's plan is $825 billion. That would bring our deficit for this year to over $2 trillion. And they're talking about, well, we could create 3 million jobs, but his plan, the 3 million jobs, you would be spending $250,000 to create those jobs. And they're not long-term jobs, they're short-term jobs. We need to look at long-term jobs growth and put our focus there. There are some ways to do that. Number one, what would happen if we eliminated withholding taxes for a 3-month period of time and you got your paycheck in total? You didn't have withholding in that. That is a great way to have immediate stimulus. Another one, small businesses want us to do forgiveness of capital gains taxes for a 2-year period of time so that they can actually grow those businesses. I have some legislation. One would be to take sales tax deductibility that we in Tennessee enjoy from our federal income tax filing that people are doing right now. And allow everybody in the country that itemizes, all 46 million families, to go in and deduct their sales tax and their state income taxes. That's line 5A and 5B on the 1040 form. That would be probably an additional $650 to $1,000 per family. That's a way to put some immediate cash into the marketplace. Another, you've got to look at spending. Government spending is out of control. We cannot spend our way out of this recession. That is where our constituents are absolutely 100% right. I have 3 bills. One calls for a 1% across the board spending reduction, another a 2% reduction, and the third a 5% across the board reduction. And that is the way we can begin to reduce what the federal government spends, leave that money in our local communities, never take it to Washington, and begin to work our way out of this. It's going to take a while.
You know,